You're watching Yale High School Studio News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Will Spain. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us this Monday morning.
And I'm Ryan Fisher. On this day in 1838, Samuel Morse unveiled the telegraph, revolutionizing communication.
Let's take a look at today's lunch menu. Today is popcorn chicken bowl, and tomorrow will be nacho day.
Now that school has resumed, students will be taking a break from normal classroom activities. Teachers have been working hard to design special lessons or projects that will change students and teach them things they wouldn't normally learn in the traditional curriculum. We got an interview with Will Brakeman about his opinion.
So now that Christmas break is over, the teachers are going to be teaching us some different things. The normal academic curriculum is going to be on break for a little bit, and we're going to be learning some new things. I'm excited.
We also talked with Jason Fisher about what his PE class would be doing.
In gym class, we're playing some kind of kickball game. Mr. Egan brings over his middle schoolers. For third hour, we have 6th graders, or 7th graders. And yeah, Mr. Egan tends to rig his team.
We are joined today by a special guest in the studio, Mr. Fowler. He's here to tell us about an exciting event he has planned for us. Welcome, Mr. Fowler.
Thank you, and Happy New Year, everybody. Today marks the first day of the Yale High School 2025 treasure hunt. As many of you know, I buried a significant amount of money on campus somewhere. So how do you get started? You need to consider if you're going to do this by yourself or play as a team. Please use students in grades 9 through 12. But remember, the more people that you have on your team, the more ways the treasure should be shared, if you find it. If you want to play in a team but cannot find teammates, put your name on a list in Mr. Fowler's room and he will assign you a team. This could be a way to meet new people that you may not know, but want to participate like you. And finally, any student who wants to participate can do so even if you do not have me as a teacher this year. Your team will be assigned a number. So what is your challenge? There are up to 7 puzzles that various teachers in the school have created for you to solve. When you solve these puzzles, the teacher who assigned it will tell you where to find the reward for completing the puzzle. And remember, since there's a significant amount of money buried on campus, these puzzles will be very challenging. All of the puzzles will be issued by Thursday. You will have all week to solve the puzzles. Some puzzles are harder than others. Not all of your teachers are participating, but there are at least 7 of us who are. You're going to need your first puzzle and a map. I will be distributing them between classes or on my prep, which is third hour. Your team will be disqualified if somebody visits with me to try to obtain information outside of these time frames. That includes growth. The other teachers participating are Mr. Wendorf, Mr. Burse, Mr. Grumman, Mrs. Skelba, Mrs. Nickel, and myself. I most likely will recruit a few others along the way. Those staff members will be announced at a later date. After all the puzzles have been distributed, Mr. Fowler will begin to reveal more clues to help you with the map. Those clues will not be revealed until later on this week and next week. Focus on completing the puzzles or completing the challenges in the meantime. And finally, no digging on school property until I give you permission.
Well, it sounds pretty interesting. So, I got a few questions for you.
Okay.
All right. How many people are you allowed to have in your group?
You can have as many as you want, but just keep in mind, if your group finds the treasure, more people you have to share it with. But I definitely recommend working with other people.
Okay. Who are the teachers that we have for today that we can go for the puzzles?
All right, you can start with me, Mr. Burse, Mr. Wendorf, and Mrs. Nickel. We are ready to distribute, your first puzzles.
Okay. I got to ask you though, how much are we talking here?
At least $250, maybe up to $500. It's a pretty significant amount of money that we buried some time ago.
Sounds pretty nice. Alrighty. And more treasure hunting news. Here's a video clue Mr. Burst recorded during break.
Hello, fellow treasure hunters. I'm here with your next clue. This clue is going to be located in plain sight, or should I say, plain sound. I'm going to give you a hint, but to not make it too obvious, I'm going to give you an anagram. And that anagram is Carport's Gem. Once you decipher the password, take that password to Mrs. Skelba, and she will give you further instructions. Good luck, everybody.
The Yale High School Drama Club will be hosting auditions for the Spring 2025 musical, Into the Woods Junior. on January 14th, 2025, immediately after school from 2:30 to 3:30 in the cafetorium. Please see Ms. Fuller to get signed up on the Google Classroom and pick up any audition materials.
Attention students who took the ASVAB. A representative from the U.S. Army will be here January 8th at 8 a.m. to go over scores and reports with students. Students who wish to do this should report to Computer Lab C301 at 8 a.m. on January 8th. Please see Mrs. Kovac with any questions.
Just before break, we talked with Ms. Washington to learn about college advising opportunities that are coming up in January. Let's take a look.
Okay, good morning. This is your college advisor, Mrs. Washington. Just wanted to inform everyone that I hope you have a great break, and also we'll be having some workshops next January. So in the beginning, we'll be doing college applications. In the middle, we'll be doing some FAFSA things, and then at the end, we'll be having some scholarship presentations and workshops. And this is just a reminder also to let me know if you submit 2 more college or career applications, and then you can join us on January 9th for cookies, balloons, and a photo wall for 3+ college applications.
Now let's go over to Ben for a look at today's weather.
Thanks, Will. Today we have a high near 25 and a low of about 16. It's supposed to snow today, piling up less than ½ an inch, if much at all, with northeast winds 9 to 16 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 26, and a chance of snow overnight with calmer winds and a cloudy sky, transitioning into a high of 24 for tomorrow. Now let's head back over to the news desk for a look at today's sports.
Even though school hasn't been in session for 2 weeks, the same is not true for our sports teams. All high school programs were hard at work during the holiday break, and there are just too many scores to cover. Looking ahead to this week,
Boys basketball will play Emily City tomorrow and Elginak on Friday. Girls basketball will play Oxford tomorrow and Elginak on Friday. The bowling team plays Elmont on Wednesday.
competitive cheer is away at North Branch on Wednesday. The girls wrestling team is at Fowlerville on Friday, and the boys wrestling team will compete at a BWAC meet in North Branch on Friday and then at Fowlerville on Saturday. Good luck this week, Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us today. And remember, stay classy, Yale High.